Okay, hi. I'm getting increasingly drunk right now, and my phone is actually warning me about the fact that I only have so much time left to record because I've talked a lot about Final Fantasy games in the last couple hours. Alright, I'm gonna speed this up. I love Final Fantasy VII. And in point of fact, though, I'm gonna do this a little different. I'm not even gonna defend Final Fantasy VII. I don't think I need to. I don't need to talk it up. Half of the internet for the last 25 years has already done enough of that. So instead, what I'm going to say is that despite all of Final Fantasy VII's problems, I still unequivocally love it because of hormones and emotions, because I played this during formative years of my life. When Final Fantasy VII came out, my brother and and our friend Scott, actually, I became Scott's friend as well over time, but at first it was just my brother's friend Scott. They both got their copy of Final Fantasy VII at the same time, from the same software, etc. They come over to our house. I'm sick with bronchitis at the time, and I just pop over to my brother's room, and I'm like, "Yo, can I borrow the other copy of Final Fantasy VII from my PlayStation?" And Scott's like, "Yeah, sure, man, go ahead." I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna play this." It's noon. It's time to take a shot of NyQuil. All right, let's play Final Fantasy VII for the first time. Oh snap! That's the old NyQuil from the '90s too. I got drunk as hell. Started playing Final Fantasy VII. I was just like, "This is a dope ass game. This is freaking fire, bro. I'm hella into this because it's making me forget about the horrendous hell that is my life right now. Because bronchitis freaking sucks." And well, stayed up from 12, 11 o'clock at night. Shot a NyQuil at 4 o'clock. Another one at 9 o'clock. Okay, I think I gotta stop playing for now. I was sick. My brother's doing his school. My brother's doing school things, and I'm like, I'm gonna play the Final Fantasy VII. We're gonna drink some NyQuil. Play the Final Fantasy VII. Oh wait, that was an effing blast. But the important thing here is that young hormonal me, I didn't just like Aerith. I genuinely fell in love with her. As embarrassing as that is to admit. But, I was young. Whatever. I'm 40 years old. I don't care about that, admitting that. I've done more embarrassing things than admit that anyway. But, man, she was just the perfect girl, bro. Maybe that's why I dislike Renoa so much, because to me, she's so antithesis of Aerith. I just was head over heels with her, man. I loved the idea of this kind, nurturing, soft-spoken girl who also busts out a huge stick and cracks fools over the head and lays them out. That's pretty cool, man. And then she dies, like for real. And man, let me tell you, young me back then, I believed all those rumors about how you can bring Aerith back to life and put her back in your party. I wanted that to be true so bad, but that would belie the whole point of the story. That's the whole way that Holy can activate in the first place and stop Meteor. If she didn't die, then the world would be doomed. It has to be that way. But I will say, for me, young me at that point, Final Fantasy VII changed from a game where you chase after Sephiroth's shadow to this notion of, I'm going to hunt Sephiroth, and when I find him, I'm going to shove my sword through his chest. Only like one other game has had me that fired up, and that is Phantasy Star 4 over a similar character death, where I was like, okay, I'm playing through this entire game right now. All of it. Now. Finished it in like 4 days or something. And I have that emotional connection to it, but let's be fair. None of the characters have an identity in combat. They have attack, limit break, and item. That's it. Nothing really distinctifies them. Their base stats don't even really matter because your materia is going to be used to change the way they all work in the first place. There's very little differentiation between any of the characters. There's not a whole lot of reason to use one character over another other than just because you like them. By the way, Cloud, Red 13, and Sid. Just saying. And Materia, it's a great system that you can do so many amazing game-breaking things with it, in the vein of Final Fantasy V, which I also love. The problem with Materia is that it takes too much AP to learn something new. By the time you finally level grinded out a new skill or a new ability off your materia or got it to another rank, you're so over leveled that the next boss you fight is a complete joke and doesn't have any challenge and there's no tactics involved with it. It's not at all like Chrono Trigger, where everything feels refined and you learn new abilities right around the time you feel like you need them. It's probably my biggest complaint with Final Fantasy VII is that you just have to grind so damn much. And by the time you do finally get those things that you want, everything else just feels a little too easy. So the game isn't even really balanced that well. But I still love it. Have that deep emotional connection to it. Nothing can ever take those rose-tinted glasses away. So, I mean, I could go on, really. Final Fantasy VII is loaded with flaws and problems. Even the developer said that it's a miracle the game even worked by the time it launched and shipped. But just have so many core memories of my formative youth associated with that game that it's just hardwired into me to love it unconditionally, even though I recognize how many problems it has. Believe it or not, Final Fantasy X-2 is a dope game. It's got dress spheres. It's a Barbie game. Look, I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to just tell it to you like this. Do real good in the really cringeworthy massage minigame, and get that golden perfume sachet. And equip that on a gunslinger with break damage limit. And when you go fight those Tonberry Kings and they throat stab you, and I got 4 HP left. You hit that trigger happy ability, you just mash the R1 button and do 99,999 damage every time you press the button. You shut those fools down. You want to throat stab me? Oh, look, actually everybody dies. How about that? Everyone's going to die from now on. I don't even need to heal myself. I'm going to just one-shot everything for the rest of the game. As long as I'm at the critical health, everything going to die. Thanks, Tonberry King. Ha! Final Fantasy X-2, man. Friggin', it's the epitome of the ATB system. Because it's actually real time. Ever since Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, all of them. Whenever a character is performing an action, everything halts. Final Fantasy X-2, everything is truly in real time. You could perform combos with multi-hits on enemies by timing your character's actions and abilities to all go off at the right time. Trigger happy? Oh yeah, normally that ability will just do like, you know, maybe like a couple hundred damage. I mean, it's not really a lot. Who cares? But when you hit an enemy like 8 times with it, and then you have another character come in with a multi-hit attack, when your Dark Knight comes in with that super heavy last hit at the end of a combo, it deals a boatload of freaking damage, and that's really satisfying to pull off. Final Fantasy X-2 is literally just a weird Barbie world game with a bunch of dress spheres, but it's actually super lit. Like, seriously, great job diversity, and I don't know, man. I actually really like the way they tried to reinvent the RPG by having the entire world available to you from the get-go, but letting you know, hey, this place has higher level mobs that are really difficult. But guess what? If you know how to level your jobs correctly, and you're actually hot AF, you can just jump into these higher level places that you probably shouldn't be going to get a bunch of really cool equipment and gear that you can use to make the rest of the game easier. I don't know, man. 10-2, it's pretty good. I like it a lot. Running out of space here, so we're gonna end this here. Thanks for listening. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Okay. God bless.